Hey friend, welcome to Ask Dr. Betters. You know, Christians often disagree about things. Books are written to highlight our differences of opinion. One of them concerns the birth date of Jesus. Now, Christians have gone as far as to be so divided that you'll have a group over here who swears by Easter being in April, and a group over here swearing that Christmas was in December, and trying to pinpoint the days and the dates of Jesus' birth and Jesus' death. And they get so divided over what the Bible calls foolish questions. In all probability, Jesus was not born on December the 25th. Larry asked this question. He said, Dr. Betters, this is Larry. Thank you for answering my questions about the door being open. I had answered a previous question of Larry's. By the way, one of the best ways in which you can get your question answered is to ask it in the comments section of these videos. He says, my next question is, why do we celebrate the Lord's birthday on the 25th of December when he was born in June or July? Or when was he really born? Thanks for what you do. I love it. Well, thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Well, let me see if I can express it to you without going into explicit detail on this short video. Jesus, in all probability, was born in the month of October. That's the best we can come up with. We can't come up with a birth date, but he was also not born in the year 0 or the year 1. Jesus was born approximately 6 BC. So he's born in October, probably 6 years earlier than we normally think he was born. And he died probably sometime in April because of its proximity to Passover. We know that from Scripture. But to have an exact date is only because we have Christianized what really are pagan holidays. The winter solstice, which is where we get Christmas from, is a pagan holiday. The spring rites where we celebrate Passover and Easter have been Christianized from pagan holidays. So we've got to be careful not to be doctrinaire in our understanding of when Jesus was crucified and when Jesus was born. We just don't know. We can make good guesses at it, but we just don't know. My point here is, don't fight over it. I mean, it's like recently with the COVID-19 crisis that we faced, Christians were divided over masks, whether or not to wear a mask. Churches were split over it. Pastors were ousted over what the Bible refers to as foolish questions. These are foolish questions. And so we don't want to become doctrinaire on anything that the Bible does not become doctrinaire on. So when we study doctrine from the Scriptures, let's make sure it's from the Scriptures. There's nothing in the Bible that tells us when Jesus was born. We can calculate it based on who was the governor at the time. We're given some clues as to the census, when the census was taken. When you put that information into the pot, so to speak, you realize that Jesus was born about 6 years earlier than we thought he was born. That's the best we can do. We can't come up with his actual birth date of December 25th. But keep in mind that we Christians have Christianized things. And so we celebrate certain holidays because it's important to celebrate those holidays, but not to do so with the backdrop of paganism. So let's be careful what we criticize, what we fight over, and make sure that we are avoiding foolish questions. I hope this helps.
Hi, my name is Melissa Weisenfels, Executive Director here at MARKINC Ministries. Thank you so very much for your continued support of this video series. Ask Dr. Betters is not meant to be a substitute for professional counseling, but instead is designed to extract biblical principles around the questions being asked. We encourage you to seek professional counseling if needed.